This video provides the analysis of statistical data enabled to identify the main trends of e-commerce in the EU during the last decade. The percentage of companies that received orders online grows in EU 28 from 2009 to 2016 and then stabilizes on the level of 18%. The map shows the EU member states that had more progress in e-commerce in green color and those where it is not so developed yet in yellow color. As concerns the share of enterprises turnover on e-commerce, there is a trend of growing share of turnover on e-commerce among the EU member states. The map shows the countries with higher turnover on e-commerce in green and lower in yellow. The statistic data of the last decade shows that the number of individuals who made online purchases in the last year is growing all over the EU. As from 2014, almost every second person at least once per year used the internet for making a purchase online. Those purchasers can be treated as occasional, but there is another category of graph showing the percentage of individuals that ordered online during last 3 months. These are believed to be main buyers on the B2C online market. The number of frequent purchases is growing, and as from 2018, every second person orders online on the frequent basis. The data on the individuals ordering online from other EU countries shows a stable growth. So we see that the borders between EU members become less and less important for e-commerce, because people more and more often decide to order goods from e-shop based in foreign EU country. This is a good signal for e-shop trying to enlarge their markets. With such clients' attitude, they have more chances to be accepted by customers abroad. Next year we will see how data will change for a period of 2020 pandemic. Further growth is expected due to the importance of contactless shopping and accelerated engagement in e-commerce from both sides, business and consumer, especially in the situation of quarantine. However, the data actually available show the need to perform better in e-commerce. According to Eurostat data, during last years, in parallel with an increase of the number of European e-purchasers, there is an increase of the number of those e-purchasers who encountered problems when buying online. In EU, this indicator has grew from 11% in 2009 to 35% in 2018. In fact, the table shows the decrease of percentage of persons that didn't have any problems during online purchases. So, when number of satisfied clients decrease, it means the increase of the number of unhappy clients. It signifies that almost every third e-purchaser in EU has faced an expected problem in the functioning of e-commerce. Let's have a look what kind of problems occurs in e-commerce. The problems in finding needed information about the guarantees provided when making purchases online increased in many EU countries. The average EU indicator of that problem grew from 1% in 2009 to 5% in 2015 and then stays stable on the same level. The number of European purchasers that have faced a technical fail in e-commerce increased significantly in some EU countries, and that is reflected in the considerable increase of the average EU indicator from 4% in 2009 to 13% in 2016. In 2019, this indicator is still on quasi the same level. It's 12%, so the problem is not solved. Two main problems on delivery were identified by EU-wide poll. First problem when delivery took longer than indicated, and second when the goods delivered were wrong or damaged. The number of e-buyers unsatisfied with delivery term, and notably non-compliance of real delivery speed with indicated, all over the EU has increased considerably from 5% in 2009 to 17% in 2016 and to 19% in 2019. The number of e-purchasers that have received wrong or damaged goods or services during the same period increased from 3% to 9% in average in EU and finally to 11% in 2019. Another problem linked with an inappropriate delivery was identified on the stage of post-purchase. On average, 6% of EU purchasers are unsatisfied with processing of their complaints in e-commerce. This indicator has a triple increase comparing with 2% noted in 2009. Those e-purchasers indicated that complaints and redress were difficult or no satisfactory response was received after complaint. Fraud problems slightly increases as well, from 2% to 4% during the last decade. The Eurostat data showed the absence of problematic aspects that will be decreasing and therefore will demand less of attention. By contrary, the number of European e-purchasers facing various problems in e-commerce had increased during last 10 years. This can be considered as an indication of the deficiencies in e-commerce that still are in place despite the progress made in this area. So the statistics led us to state that the companies working on e-commerce, e-sellers as well as the creators of the software, should take under control the problematic aspects that annoy all participants of e-commerce processes. Once the problems are identified, their solving should be on the way. If you want to enter successfully the EU online market, you can see in the statistics where you could provide better experience than competitors by solving typical for you problems, and in that way to win in comparison with local e-shops.